Even when Yah has given to us every opportunity and every foundational principle to be successful in all that we put our hand to and to have more than enough, there will still be those among us who will fail in their self management and the management of their affairs and end up being poor. Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10-Minute Torah, final day, day 5 of Torah portion Ray A, and let's go to chapter number 15. In this chapter, we talk about the releasing of indebtedness and causing people who are in bondage, especially financially, to become free. And verse number 4, it says, "Only there should be no poor among you, for Yahweh does greatly bless you in the land which Yahweh your Elohim has given you to possess as an inheritance." So, Yah's ideal state of our being and existence as a nation called Am Israel is that there would not be any poor living among us. And yet we know that that's always going to be perhaps the case. The poor is always going to be with us. So Yah says, I'm taking you into a land where there's already homes built. All you have to do is go in and live them. The trees will already be in fruit-bearing state. The vines will be full of grapes. The land will yield to you its produce, its abundance. This land flows like milk and honey. It's abundant. It's life-giving. You have every opportunity to be wealthy and to increase and enjoy the good and the plenty that I am offering to you. Only remember me and worship me and follow my ways and keep my commands and teach them to your children. Walk and seek justice and offer mercy, and things will be well with you. Why are not things always well with us? How is it that even in the body of Messiah, there are those who not only they have great lack and never seem to get ahead, or always behind, and always needing somebody to bail them out? What is the problem? Why are we living like this? Yah is not setting up these people or us for failure or to live by chance or happenstance. He's given to us a surefire means of winning, of succeeding, of overcoming, achieving, having abundance. We're missing something. Yah seems to be more concerned about our response to those who are poor than the poor themselves. Think about that. Yah is looking perhaps more in a more focused way at how you and I respond to those that are poor and in need than those that are poor and in need. The rabbis teach that the idea that the poor are among us is that they provide us an opportunity to partner with Yah in their deliverance, to give them justice, to give them assistance, and to raise them up. So when we see those that are in need, instead of looking down disdainfully at them, shaking our heads at them, well, if you would only work harder, or if you would only work, if you would stop being self-defeating, if you would stop shooting yourself in the foot, if you would more wisely manage your affairs, you wouldn't be in this place. We're quick to point out all of the wrong decisions that they made that brought them to where they are. But the goal here is not just to point out their faults, but to teach them what success is like. That means you and I need to taste it ourselves. Maybe you and I are the ones that are always on the short end of things and wondering how we're going to fix this and who we can delay payment to on one hand to make payment to on the other. Nobody enjoys living that way, but it is a learned skill for many that we have somehow acquired in our lives, this ability just to keep our head above the muck and mire of life. We're breathing. We'll be all right. We've always been all right. Yah will make a way somehow. That somehow is you and I who know what to do with our finances, with our management of affairs, with our resources, with our skill sets. We know what to do and we know how to make them work for us. Yah making a way for someone else somehow is you and I making a way for them, partnering with Yah. The word that is used for poor here is ebayom, an aleph, a bet, a yod, a vav, and a final noon. The aleph is the strong one. The bet is the house. The yod is the hand and its work. A vav is a nail that secures. And the final noon can be many things. It can reference the air. It can reference life. It can reference authority. The letters give us the phrase that the strong one's house works to secure life. It's the poor are Yah's house working among us to secure life. They need life. And Yah is looking for you and I to reach to his house to find the resources to bring life to them. So the Kingdom Now crowd a few years ago were crying out, we're going to overwhelm the government, all local government. We're going to rise up in revival power. We're going to quote the word. We're going to confess the word. We're going to declare the word. We're going to do all of the things that will establish the kingdom of heaven on the earth. And then Messiah will come and we'll just hand over the kingdom to him and say, here, we built this for you. The text that we read here seems to suggest that Israel should demonstrate the Father's heart toward those that are in need in order for them to experience better results. We're building the kingdom by building people, one at a time, raising up those that are hurting and in need, not merely rescuing them from their present dilemma and circumstance, but enabling them, raising them up, building a platform for them to stand on that is secure so that they can do the same job for someone else. If we are successful, then we need to replicate that success in someone else. If we have learned something in the Word, teach it to someone else. If we have received a revelation, then reveal that to someone else. The job is not complete until we have taken what the Father has given to us and given it away to someone else. We become spiritual hoarders, locking it all up in our own silos and grain barrels so that we can have it for ourselves. Yah says, give it away. Share it with those that are in need. Maimonides gives us 8 levels of charity. Consider these. The lowest level is the one who gives ungraciously, but they give. Level 2 is a little higher. It's one who gives less than is fitting, but he does it with a cheerful countenance. The next higher level is one who gives only after the poor person asks. That's where many of us are. Level 4 is where someone gives the poor person a gift before he asks. That's a great achievement. Step 5 is where the poor person knows from whom he is taken, but the giver does not know to whom he is given. So I know where it came from, but the one who gave it doesn't know. The next higher level is where the giver knows to whom he is given, but the recipient doesn't know where it came from. Many of us have done that. The 7th step is where one gives alms to the needy in such a way that the giver does not know to whom he gives, and the recipient doesn't know where it came from. There's a middleman in there somewhere that is causing the transaction, but you give, and neither party knows how it got there. The highest degree of giving is that one who assists a poor person by providing him a gift or a loan, or by accepting him into a business partnership and helping him find employment. In other words, putting him in a position where he can begin to grow himself so that he can help someone else. Let's be a giver and build the kingdom. Shabbat Shalom. We'll see you again next week.